the tradition.
Here he goes. See you later. And he's got it. Touchdown! Touchdown!
ABC Sports Championship Television.
Stillwater, Oklahoma today felt its pulse as the indefatigable fans of college football cheered the first visit of ESPN's Game Day group. The Bedlam Factor is now headed for the confines of Boone Pickens Stadium, home of the Oklahoma State Cowboys, and the #2 ranked Oklahoma Sooners are rolling down the highway. The Cowboys' walk from their campus hotel to the stadium reflected utter determination from the home team and sincere loyalty from the faithful. The battle is about to begin, the real Bedlam. Now we go to New York, where they're always ready to settle the score.
There comes a time in every rivalry where respect turns to hatred, and that bitterness creates a grudge. A solitary moment where bad blood rises to the surface. An ill will fierce from years of abuse. A haunting memory of glory stripped away. Among the bedlam of a true border war lies a rage that eats away at the soul. Familiarity breeds contempt. Old wounds are reopened. Today, we settle the grudge.
Sean Saunders, Craig James, and Aaron Taylor here in the Ford pregame. Be a
Welcome to the BCS Spotlight Game, presented by ADT. There are 3 hard nuts left in the regular season for the Oklahoma Sooners to crack. One of them is today in Stillwater, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, and they have been planning some pain for the highfalutin #2 ranked Sooners. The Sooners come to Stillwater 7-0, ranked #2 in the BCS poll, and #1 in the Big 12 South standings. Oklahoma State right behind them. They are 6-1 overall. They haven't been talking any about BCS down here yet, but if they whoop Oklahoma, I guarantee you they will. Hello, everybody. I'm Keith Jackson, along with Dan Fouts and Todd Harris, as the teams begin to come into the stadium for the final warm-ups. 2 great running backs today. Vernon Morency of Oklahoma State and that Oklahoma freshman sensation, Adrian Peterson, Dan.
2 of the very best, Keith. In fact, Adrian Peterson, 18 years old, 6th leading rusher in the country. 24-year-old Vernon Morency, he's even better than that. He's the 3rd leading rusher in the country. But Adrian Peterson is truly unique. He combines the ability to break tackles and break the big one. Already over 1,000 yards on the year, Peterson has lived up to all the hype. Now, Morency has benefited from an outstanding offensive line. And with his balance and desire, he leads a team that will pound on you all day long in any situation. Keith, he too is already over 1,000 yards.
If those 8-man fronts do stop the run, then we go to the quarterbacks as the next move. That's advantage Oklahoma. Heisman Trophy winner versus redshirt freshman.
No question about that. Jason White, I think, is even better this year than he was last year when he did win the Heisman for 2 reasons. #1, Adrian Peterson. #2, he's finally healthy from all his knee problems. Jason White, defenses are crowding the box against the Sooners, and that has opened up the play-action bomb for him. 8 TD passes in the last 2 games, and now he's healthy enough to get out of the pocket and make plays on the run. And talk about making plays on the run, the Cowboys freshman Donovan Woods does just that. He's much more dangerous running than he is throwing, and Keith, that could create that bedlam for any defense.
And when you're sitting on top of the stack, there's always somebody hunting you, as the Sooners know. Oklahoma has won 75 of the 98 games played, but since Les Miles arrived in Stillwater, the series is 2-2. Got him. Great catch. As he turned to look for the ball, it was there, and he made the catch and took it down to the 10-yard line. Mark Bradley caught it right in front of Jamie Thompson, and Thompson kept him out of the end zone.
Now check out the timing on this play. This is what you want as a receiver. Once you make the cut, that ball should be in the air, and it was. Great ball adjustment by Mark Bradley at 6'2". Very easy to make that catch over the 5'11" Robert Jones.
Ball's in front of him. He scored. He was a little behind him.
Yep.
On 1st and goal, it's Peterson bouncing to the outside, and a couple of Cowboys get him at about the 8-yard line. Robert Jones has been busy, hasn't he? They've been running that way. Of course, he plays that defensive side and got help from Pinson, the linebacker.
This is an amazing number right here. 9th in the Big 12 in the red zone. They've been off to struggling starts their last couple of games. Have finished well, but getting in the red zone and getting in the end zone has been tough for OU.
Peterson inside the 5 before they gang tackle him, and you see that their 4 Cowboys all got a piece of him.
Keith, the Sooners kind of like this side of the field, don't they? Running left one more time behind Runnels. Wes Sims. Kevin Chasen in the game now, left guard.
Kewan Jones comes into the backfield now, making his first appearance in the ball game as they go to shotgun. Jones is number 20. Played a lot last year. He's behind Peterson. And White's pass, touch to the corner, touchdown. Mark Bradley. He got away from John Holland, and he was free by 2 yards as he made the catch. Kewan Jones showed his worth too, Dan, as he came in and threw a heck of a block.
Well, let's check his block out because he's going to get a blitz right here, and it's really a great job of picking up the blitzing linebacker. You said touch pass, touchdown. You bet.
Extra point try. Trey DeCarlo left foots it and didn't break a window. So the Oklahoma Sooners, ranked number 2 in the BCS poll. Powerhouse of a football team takes the lead 7-0. With his 4th kick of the day. And it's a spinner, but it's low. It's a tail dragger. Should take a good Oklahoma State bounce, and does. Oh, it's touched by the Sooner. And Oklahoma State recovers the ball inside the 15-yard line. Mark Clayton, who is not a seasoned veteran at returning kicks, kind of reached back for the ball when he realized it wasn't going to go all the way to the end zone. The ball touched him, and Vernon Grant covered it for Oklahoma State.
Keith, he showed real good judgment on an earlier punt. This time he was just too tempted as he saw the Cowboys run away from the ball. Watch this ball bounce. He's saying, let it go, let it go. Now he sees that big hop there and thinks he can pick it up. Well, there's the artificial surface causing a bounce to go the Cowboys' way. And what a break this is.
So let's see if they can do something with it. Well, there's a Sooner offsides unless somebody moved. Cody was coming, and I got a hunch that Cody was trying to anticipate, and the cookie jar was slipped away from him.
Yeah, I think the hard count by Donovan Woods got him into that neutral zone.
Before the snap, offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, the Sooners have had some problems on special teams. How about last week against Kansas? This fumbled punt snap by punter Blake Ferguson resulted in a 1-yard punt. Then Trey DeCarlo had this field goal block, later had an extra point block. But so what? Sooners won 41-10.
It's 1st and 5 now for Oklahoma State, just inside the Sooners 10. Donovan Woods out of the shotgun, pulls it down, takes off, gets in behind one of those big linemen, and goes inside the 5, loses his hat on the trip, but he got a pretty good sized gain out of it. Charlie Johnson, the tight end, was the hip pocket that he hooked onto, and Woods will have the ball down at the Sooner 3. That will be 1st and goal.
It's like having another running back in the backfield. In fact, it's a single wing play is what it is basically. The tailback Woods just getting in behind Charlie Johnson and that big offensive line. Sooners have a lot of success in the red zone. I mean, the Cowboys do.
Woods still got it. Going for the corner. Touchdown. Yeah, that wakes up the home folks.
Just 2 plays after the fumble by Mark Clayton, or muff by Mark Clayton, just a bootleg. Faking the ball here and coming out. Fake to Morency, and then just pure speed. Donovan Woods showing off his running ability, and that should give him a lot of confidence. That's a Ferguson
steps in to punt for the Sooners. He'll hit it somewhere around the 12. Elliott standing, he's backing up now inside his 40 to the 35. Right through his hands. Ball's loose. Cowboys get it. Ball's loose. Cowboys cover it in the end zone. Touchdown. Grant Jones gets the touchdown. Well, the Sooners are helping them.
Well, that was a great snap. There was nothing wrong with that snap by Jacob Rice. But for the 2nd week in a row, Blake Ferguson is going to just drop the punt snap. It's right to him. And now he's in big trouble. And watch this, the Cowboys keep this ball alive. One of them knocks it back into the end zone, which is a brilliant play. And there is the touchdown for Vernon Grant.
Grant Jones, 30. Cowboys got a 3-man deep for now. They bring 4th man up. Ball is caught. Bradley down the sideline. See you later. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Ball bounced off his hands. He caught it on the ricochet, and by then his motor was running, and it's 72 yards and 6.
Well, that's why they're the number 2 team in the country, bouncing back from a couple of special teams miscues. Senior quarterback, former Heisman Trophy winner, with his 2nd touchdown pass of the day. This is really a beauty. A crossing route as Bradley comes from the other side of the field. Juggles the ball, makes the catch. Look at these Jets. Wow.
The extra point try by DiCarlo is good for the Sooners, and we're tied at 14 with 4 minutes to play in the first half here in Stillwater.
Yeah, Mark Bradley likes playing against OSU. Last year he threw a touchdown pass and had a touchdown reception. Watch him come across the field right here. Talk about concentration. Should have caught it there. Got the lucky bounce, but stayed with it. And boy, look at this beautiful stride as he pulls away from anybody in orange.
Got Winburn.
Big, tall, 6'2", 198 pounds, and fast.
He must be in that 4-3 category.
He was there.
Again, Jason White has all day, has a man in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Mark Bradley. Bradley went to his knees. The ball was thrown low where nobody could bother him, and he put it away.
Well, you know, Mark Bradley's daddy, Donnie Bradley's got to be just out of his mind. Former Sooner himself, seeing his son catch 3 touchdown passes here in the first half. Now he's the holder. Don't be surprised if he doesn't pick this ball up and run a fake.
Nope. DiCarlo kicks it through, and the Sooners go back to the lead. 21-14 with 46 seconds to play in the first half.
Bradley only had one touchdown reception coming into today's game, and what a first half as Bradley finds a spot in the back of the end zone. Again, there's no pass rush at all for Oklahoma State. Look at White, look to the left, look to the middle. There's the hand up in the air for Bradley. A ball thrown perfectly away from the defender. Touchdown Sooners.
Bradley from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. He is a senior.
You know, that short punt by Cole Farden really hurt the Cowboys, didn't it?
Yep.
Gave the Sooners great field position with their timeouts. They didn't even have to use any of their 2 timeouts.
You could see it coming on his drop too, Dan, because he dropped it and the tail was low. And the ball went right straight up. DiCarlo, who comes out of Carrollton, Texas, will kick it off for Oklahoma. And waiting for it is Robert Jones, who's all right, and Prentice Elliott. That's a very short pooch kickoff. They don't want to get it back in the hands of those speedsters, so they pooch it up into the air, and a lot of people are doing that these days. And it's on the 33-yard line. So in Stillwater, we are 21 for Oklahoma and 14 for Oklahoma State, as we've had a bunch of gifts in there. In that in a minute and 36 seconds, the Oklahoma State Cowboys scored all of their points, both touchdowns, off Oklahoma mistakes, and then they turned right around and helped the Sooners regain the lead. 21-14. Now let's join Todd Harris.
Well, Coach, impressive. Your kids got down early, but they...
Well, no, they're going to find that they will play with emotion all day. The thing we got to do is get pressure on White and see if we can slow down that passing attack.
Also a key, getting the fans back in this. You guys were jacked up when you had them on.
Well, you know, hopefully we can get that going in the second half. We're looking forward to coming out.
Good luck.
See ya.
Keith.
ABC Sports presentation of college football returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations with a score at halftime: Oklahoma 21, Oklahoma State 14. So they've got a punted. Cole Farden standing well back in his end zone. Clayton is waiting. High hanger. He's got it. Got away from one of the Cowboys. It was right there. Now he's got some help, and he's gone. No flags. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I think Clayton surprised the Cowboys when he did not call for a fair catch. There's a Cowboy right next to him on this play when the ball comes in. Daniel McLemore could have made the tackle on Clayton, and now forget about it as he cuts across the field and easily beats the punter for the touchdown.
The point by DiCarlo. Good. So the wideouts, Bradley and Clayton, making a lot of news in Stillwater today. They lead 28-14. They're down in 15. Woods got a man. Caught it. Touchdown. Prentice Elliott makes a good catch. Woods makes a good throw. They beat Eric Bassi, and they've got 6.
What an effort by Prentice Elliott, the true freshman, showing his athletic ability to make that catch and then stay on his feet and get in the end zone. And he was wide open on that play.
Jason Ricks for the point. Kick's good. And the Cowboys have returned to the table. It's 28-21 now with 8:45 to play in the third quarter. Sooners lead. So let's see if indeed Old Mo has changed shirts. Adrian Peterson is the deep back for Oklahoma. Gets it. Running to the left side, spinning away, and he is gone. 8 consecutive games he's run for 100 yards or more, and he just streaked for that one. He has tied Poe James' record. And just that quickly, they break your heart.
Longest run of his young career. 80 yards, left side one more time as they're going to continue to pound on the right side of the OSU defense. A couple of guys had a shot at him, but forget it. Right about there, once he breaks through, the strength to break tackles, the speed to break the long one for this 18-year-old Peterson. Wow.
'80-yard run on the point. Good. 19 carries, 154 yards, and a touchdown. Here another look at the 18-year-old as he streaks into the history books for Oklahoma.
Michael, I need someone to work late tonight.
And they're set up for an option here. They don't do it. They send him into the middle. Touchdown. Sean Willis went in front of him and wedged him a crack, and boy, he expanded it. Boom.
Yeah, the big fullback, Sean Willis, 6'1", 260, like having a guard in the backfield. Here he is right here. Just a straight blast play right up the middle. And Morency is not going to be denied. Watch the effort. He's going to sell out to get in. He knows where number 37 is. He got right in behind him at the last moment to get the score.
Everybody ought to know that Sean is from Flatonia, Texas. The extra point by Jason Ricks is good. And once again, the Cowboys are saying we ain't going away. It's 35-28 at 2:53 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, well, they're just throwing haymakers now, aren't they?
One possession from their 5. They give it to guess who? Can they track him down? Peterson finally shoved out of bounds at the 37-yard line of Oklahoma State by Daniel McLemore. McLemore had just enough of an angle to track him down and shove him out. A 56-yard run.
First half, Peterson had 53 yards total. He's got an 80-yarder in the second half, and now this beauty. Same play right up the middle. Hitting against that left side. The angle is the only thing by Daniel McLemore to keep Peterson from a real long run.
Woods back down the middle. Got it. DeJuan Woods, another spectacular bomb catch. Holy smokes. That's 3 of them today for him from his brother.
And how about last week against Missouri? You think they've done this a few times in the backyard? DeJuan, I'm just going to chuck this one as far as I can, and you go get it. Right on the fingertips.
If you come back without it, you don't get in this upper to the eye. Woods keeps it. Flips it to Morency. He's in there. Penalty flag as after you went into the end zone, they went into the wall. There's a flag thrown, so you might have something coming up. But apparently around. Now he's ready to throw it. And he's going down the middle of the field for Prentice Elliott, and he can't quite get it. My goodness.
Oh, he had him too. He had Brodney Poole beat. ball kind of fluttered and sailed, got out of spiral, so it was tough for Prentice to judge it, but this ball just was off his fingertips. Donovan Woods really showing off his arm this afternoon. This one travels at least 55 in the air, and that ball did hit him in the hands.
Yeah, he got his hands on it.
Tough adjustment, though.
Near in the bottom of the picture, this sideline has a wideout. That snap almost got away from him. Steps away, gonna run, and needs to get out of bounds. Now the clock is ticking. They have no timeout to stop the clock, so they got to go to the line of scrimmage, spike the ball.
Nope.
Then they'll have time to talk.
Now they're going to bring out the field goal team, Keith. No time to spike it on fourth now. This would be a 49-yarder.
He didn't get his first down. Now we get it. Oklahoma calls time.
Wow.
Didn't have the right people on the field.
Now they had 11 bodies out there. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, but otherwise why call timeout?
I don't know.
Because the heat's all on Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they're probably thinking maybe they can ice the true freshman, Jason Ricks. I told you his longest so far this year is just 39 yards. He has hit 8 out of 10, but his 2 misses have come from over 40 yards.
Well, he won last week's game, which certainly gave him a boost of confidence. But to win, to tie this game, would his confidence would soar, and then we'll be into the overtime gig if he makes it.
Yeah, there's virtually no wind at all. Any wind may help him coming from the open side of the stadium, but we noticed yesterday that the wind hits the building here behind the goalpost and kind of comes back at the kicker. But if you look at these streamers at the top of the post, you can see no wind at all right now, so that should help him both physically and mentally.
Oklahoma ranked number 2 in the country, certainly with championship aspirations not only in the conference but nationally. It is a 49-yard try by young Jason Ricks to tie. Jason Ricks now for the tie from 49 yards. Missed it. My goodness. Ain't college football a bargain?
Well, Bedlam almost broke out because that ball had the distance, but the closer it got to the goalpost, the more it turned.
Yeah, he had enough leg on it, but in the process probably of trying to get that extra little bit on it, he put just enough to hook it, and it went away. So a crowd of 48,837 can go home and talk about a beauty. And here's the ball turning, 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 and just sailing beyond. There will be other times, young Jason, but not many that had as many marbles, money, and chalk on the table as this one might have. So the Sooners will take a couple of knees, or one knee's all they need really, and be done with it as they defeat the Oklahoma State Cowboys by a score of 38-35. So heavy is the walk for the Cowboys and their faithful after a titanic battle here in Stillwater. But here is Coach Bob Stoops now with Todd Harris.
Coach, you can take a deep breath. Congratulations, the Bedlam series living up to its name.
It was a wild game. You know, we did everything we could in the first half to just give them 14 points, and then to come back, you know, they worked the ball in the second half. Defense, though, we came up in the fourth quarter here at the end when we had to, and Offense was really strong all day. Adrian was special again.
Adrian, special indeed. Were you surprised the success they were having? You knew they were going to run it, but the long pass.
Well, no, you know, they threw it down there. We have guys, we knew that's what they were going to try and do. You know, our guys just got to do a better job in, you know, playing the deep ball. We just got to be back there and play it. They made some nice plays on it.
Congratulations. Good luck next week.
Okay.
Keith.
Once again, our final score, Oklahoma 38, Oklahoma State 35. ABC Sports Online, ESPN.com. Search ABC Sports. Now here are John Saunders, Craig James, and Aaron Taylor.